Welcome to the West Texas town of El Paso, the Sun City, today at the historic Sun Bowl as a couple of squads come in trying to finish their season as champions of the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Yellow Jackets offense will get first crack at it here. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
The give to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down and more. There he goes. Gives him the big stiff arm. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And the Yellow Jackets, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on first down. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Motion from the wideout. From the gun. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got a man. It's Thomas. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. So the Washington State Cougars offense has its first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on the team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Hold offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking down the middle. He's got it. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Washington State going back to work on 1st down. He leaves it with his back. Nice move to keep running. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Off play action. Working the middle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Cougars look to keep this drive humming. They'll move the wide receiver. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Handoff from the gun. And he'll be brought down. And the Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Cougars, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quick completion to the right. Powers through. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Washington State will come to the line with a 1st and goal. It's complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. The give to the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there. Play number 11 on this drive. The defense has yielded ground, but they're trying to get a stop on third. Touchdown, Cougars. Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Somehow fits it into that traffic. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? It looked as if they had a chance to tie it, but that goes by the boards as the penalty takes away the touchdown. Wants to fire on second down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going deep. He's got it on the right. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. That penalty cost him a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. It's third and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. The Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on second and 14. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Flips it out in the flat. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Washington State will have to boot it away. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. He'll set up to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. After the incompletion, it's second down. looking for a crease to the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll give it to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. So now it's 2nd and long. He leaves it with the back. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And now the offense will come onto the field again. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quick release on the RPO. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll keep it on the sneak. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch at the 30. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man on the right.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw him would just freeze the 2nd level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Finds the tight end. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. To the air on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Fights off a defender. There's plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. He'll pull it down. Quarterback got it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. You force him into 3rd and medium. Now you get a situation where you're playing pass, but, man, got to do a better job of keeping that rabbit in the cage. Don't let him outside the pocket, because when he does, you see right there, he chews up 10 quick and gets that 3rd down conversion.
And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Nice move there. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Defense played the wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown! Georgia Tech! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And they tacked on the extra point. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The give on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the RPO, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete to the right. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The run from the shotgun. There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Walters. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Back to pass on 2nd down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grab behind the Walters. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Isaac. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Thomas. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The kick is on its way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Walters. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Washington State will have to boot it away. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Unleashes it on the run. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, very few venues provide a better stage than Sun Bowl Stadium as we bring you this 1st half update of the Sun Bowl from El Paso. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best 1st half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the 2nd half of the Sun Bowl.
The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Walters. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Back open in the middle. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. From the gun. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The RPO, it's complete.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his tight end. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Washington State ready to go with another first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Works the middle of the field. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. He'll do it himself. Quick spin on the line. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's first and 20. Caught over the middle. It's Walters. And they get him down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. They'll send out the kicker here. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some
open field on the right.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game. And with his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
The Cougars come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Shakes off the defender.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Makes his man miss. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Touchdown, Washington State. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And And the timing had to be perfect. Down here this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here. 1st and 10 from the 33. Out of the gun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he makes the catch. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Yellow Jackets really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Going to the running game. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. The throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And they have converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And guys, we are deadlocked here in the final period.
I am not always the most positive guy towards kickers. We all know that. But how about that, man? First opportunity in the game, in the 4th quarter, when your team needed it, the game now tied because of his foot.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. We'll send the tight end in motion. Firing to the right, complete. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. finds a man on the left. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Plows through the defense. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. And the Cougars line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Walters. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here's a heat. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Makes the catch. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. And he'll be smacked to the ground. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
Big-time kick right there, man. 4th quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now
there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. The play action fake. Complete to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold offense.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. He'll pull it on the read. At the 20, he's got space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold offense.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run play action. Finds a man in the middle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He splits the uprights. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Flicks it out of the air. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw again. Here's a throw downfield late. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
A nice play by this defense, and now you are 1 play away. Like, you've got the lead, you've got to pin your ears back. You're coming home and you're playing the pass on this play, and you are trying to end this game right here.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quick strike complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Working that left side now. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Finds his target down the middle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Under fire. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Wants to fire on second down. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. They want to throw it. Let's it fly. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.